Okay, back again. Hopefully the mic's working this time. Hey DR, how you doing, mate? Ah, cool. I'm not sure. The last stream I took the mic out and put it back in again, and it stopped working. So I wouldn't have bothered coming back on again. But I think Ed uh, was in a talkative mood, so we'll see if he pops back in. It's actually a bit muggy outside today, so definitely getting hungry though. I have to think about getting some for dinner later on. The last shark attack in Adelaide. Oh wow! You got to go back quite a few years, I think. I could look it up, do a Google search on it. It'd be several years ago, though, I'd say. If you give me 2 minutes, I'll just have a look it up. Um, let's have a look here. Move South Australia rather than Adelaide. See what pops up here. Okay. Okay, there have been 82. This is a Wikipedia one. There have been 82 recorded shark attacks in South Australia since the establishment of a colony in 1836. Most of those are great whites. Um, here, the most recent one on here, and again, this is Wikipedia, so it's, I don't know how accurate, but 8th of February 2014. Yeah, a 28-year-old was killed while spearfishing near Edithburgh on the Yorke Peninsula. Let me see if I'll just check another source, but that was, I think it was said 2014. Shark attack data, South Australia. Let's have a look here. Um, Middleton in 2014, and then one in 2015, 25th of April 2015. March 2016. So it looks like about 2000. It was non. Those ones are all non-fatal though. The last fatal shark attack says 2014. How accurate that all is, I'm not sure. But it's not. I mean, all the swing beaches here are pretty well protected. Yeah, well, South Australia, more so than just say Australia, but South Australia is a breeding ground for the great whites. And as far as I know, two places where you're going to get the biggest great whites would be South Australia and South Africa. I'm pretty sure those are two hot spots for the big great whites. Yeah, I'll put the link in. Just get ready to grab it, Andy. You know, I mean, it's always in the back of your mind, and obviously Australia's one of those places where, you know, it's always a possibility, but it's not as bad as you. A land shark problem in New York City back in 77, 78. I don't know what you mean by a land shark problem. You got me with that one, Dick and Cider. But all the swing beaches here, like all the most popular ones in Adelaide here, they're all got surf life saving. So mute your YouTube ad.
Yeah. I think I did.
No, I can still hear myself. Oh, hang on. Mute your YouTube ad.
Yeah. It's because I got the windows open. That's what it is. Sorry.
No, I can still hear myself.
Yeah, I had another window open.
All right.
It's because and how's that?
Yes, sounds all right.
Sorry, I'll get used to this. You know, teething pains.
But I'll say that Australia, let's just generalise. Australia in general seems to be one of those places everyone thinks of the great white and the shark attacks, but they're not all that common, really. I mean,
bull sharks would attack more, wouldn't they?
You get lots of bull sharks, but I guess when people think shark attacks, they're thinking of fatalities, and usually that's a white pointer. You know, white pointer attacks are definitely.
We killed more fucking sharks than they killed of us.
Well, that's not the point.
Oh, come on. It is kind of a point.
No, we're talking about shark attacks. So we're not talking about whether we kill them or whatever. They're just, you know, because a lot of people are worried about the fact that, you know, everyone thinks, well, people think Australia and they think sharks, and obviously it's always in the back of their mind that that's something that happens on a regular occurrence, and it's not. You're a nut, Dick and Cider. I've never seen a shark knock on the door, mate. The thing is, I mean, the last time I heard of anything DR was probably in Western Australia. They had for a few years there, they had probably, I don't know, probably about 4 fatal shark attacks. But they were surfing areas where you don't get patrolled. Yeah, look, DR, hey, Gene, it is in the back of your mind, I guess, and I guess Australia in general is one of those places where you do think about it. But if you go up to the Northern Territory, you're just as worried about getting attacked by a crocodile up there. But they're not all that common. It's always in the back of your mind when you answer the door. Gene, what the hell are you on about? But yeah, look, if you come to Australia and you're at a swimming beach, you're not going to worry about sharks. Like I said, they're pretty well patrolled. And Andy,
The last guy that died in South Australia, wasn't he about 8 miles off the coast or something?
I can't really remember.
There wasn't
it's been a
some
few
dive or
years.
something like that.
It's got to be a few years ago.
You know, it's a long way. 8 miles off is a fucking long way.
When I looked at the stats, it said 216. Led Zeppelin and the Mud Shark.
Oh wow!
But honestly, the most people, the people who really are at risk are surfers, because they're usually at secluded beaches where they're not patrolled. So you find probably surfers more than anything. And most of the times with a great white, people don't realise that it's usually they're worried about the sharks hit them because they mistaken for seals on most occasions, or it's not like they go out and hunt people down.
Hide, sweet. Oh, hang on, sorry, I forget myself. Cooey cobber.
That'll get lost there.
Lost.
But yeah, I mean, I go to the beach, and I guess it's in the back of your mind. But like I said, the surfing beaches are the dangerous spots. The swimming beaches here are all well patrolled, so I can't think of the last person. It's been a long time since I've heard of anyone being attacked at a swimming beach. Anyway.
Yeah, no. I'm not sure I can think of any in Adelaide.
Yeah, DR, I've seen shit like that too. I'm pretty sure there was one, and I couldn't find any details on it. There was one where a lad was on a tube. You're scared of me. All right, Gene, whatever. I thought it was a guy being towed behind on a rubber tube behind a boat that might have been attacked, but that's gone back a long time ago. And I couldn't find any details when I just Googled it. So, I think there's a lot of, there might be a lot of attacks, but not all of them are fatal. But if it's a great white, it's probably going to be because not because it eats you, but mainly because you'll bleed to death from the one bite that it does give you.
Oh, that big bite, that's it.
Yeah, I hear you, Dick and Cider. I mean, there's cases here where they definitely have attacked boats and that, but I think that's got something to do with the electrolysis. Something with the metal in the water can send them off a bit, but most of the time you're going to find them around wherever you catch snapper and that, because I know in Wallaroo, South Australia here, they got the snapper breeding ground, and it also tends to be the hunting grounds for the great white. So Port Lincoln is another good spot for them. I mean, Port Lincoln, you can go swing with them. They'll put you in a shark cage and dump you down with
Oof.
I mean, a lot of people try that. I mean, I've thought about it, a bit of an adventure, but then again, I've seen great whites break through those cages, and that's a worry. And out Port Lincoln way, you will get some big boys. But I mean, two years ago, I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago, Andy, where they had one go underneath the Henley Beach jetty, and they estimated it at 7 meters.
Damn.
Which is huge. I mean, it's not uncommon to find a 6 meter white pointer. So that's, in your terms, guys, that's probably getting to like 19, 20 feet long, 6 meters. But yeah, they estimated that this one was about 7 meters, and that's from under the Henley Beach, which was that's very unusual to get a big shark in. And but I remember out of harbour, where a lot of guys used to fish. There's a place called the Black Pole. There used to be a big white pointer out there. They called it Big Fred, that used to take the burley buckets off the back of the boats. So, I mean, they're out there, but you rarely see them. You know, I mean, if you came to Adelaide and went swimming, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Like I said, they do. The Surf Lifesaving here do a pretty good job of keeping an eye out for that shit, and they'll chase them back out to sea and that. But I know everyone they think Australia, they think shark attacks and the sharks straight away, but that's probably a little bit overrated. Yeah, well, the fact, one of the scary things I think with shark attacks is that they usually happen. One is it's early morning or late afternoon, and it's usually in very shallow water. And I'm guessing that's because where you're going to find most people, I guess. But yeah, most shark attacks happen in shallow water. But the waters here are beautiful. They're so clear. Yeah, you could see them. You get a pretty good warning of them. Geez, you're noisy, Andy.
Am I?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm just waking up. Still waking up, man. Hell, you know, yesterday I fucking woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I made myself some breakfast. So I had a bit of a stew, added some butter to my mash, as always. Thought that had the worst. I'll fall asleep, wake up stoned. But of course, stayed awake till about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then fell asleep. Wake up at 6 o'clock at night, still stoned.
Oh, well.
So today, I don't know, today's a weird day. All I said, the dog woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and, you know, I put on the binaural beats before I went to sleep, back to sleep, and woke up at 2 o'clock with these weird beats. I got to ask you about, I was looking at that while you were gone. I was looking at the thing, encoders. Which encoder do you use?
You don't worry about that.
Oh, you don't worry about that. All right. Well, that's good, because I was worried about that, and I was thinking, oh my god, this is too hard.
That's when I think you start using blue screen or the green screen shit and all that. You know, when you want to put you want to put yourself on camera and put a backdrop behind you.
Oh no, fuck being on camera, fuck that.
Gene. No, I said most shark attacks happen in shallow water. You idiot, Dickinson. But again, you know, shark attacks are rare. I mean, very, very rare. I mean, to be honest with you guys, you know, if you come here as a tourist, you're more likely two things, you know, like get in a traffic accident or drown, getting caught in a rip, which happens more on the East Coast.
People attacks be more likely, wouldn't they?
Well, that's true too, yeah.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
But, I mean, it probably sounds like we're being blasé about it, but seriously, it's not a big issue. Yeah, drop bears, mate.
I Hell.
No, don't swim with chum in your pockets. Look, the other thing I've heard too, and is swimming with dogs, because the dogs in the water, I'm not sure what it is, with the scent or whatever. So I've heard that swimming with dogs is not the best thing. But I mean, Andy will tell you. We probably couldn't even tell you when the last attack happened here on one of our swimming beaches. I couldn't tell you.
Not in South Australia. I couldn't tell you. Maybe in, like I said, I've got a memory of that diver maybe a decade ago. Even it could have been that long ago.
Well, I looked at some stats and they said 216, but I can't even remember hearing about it. So
yeah, like I said to you, I don't follow much anymore since our the election of Trump, when it was on the fucking every TV station in fucking Adelaide. That was enough to fucking put me off watching TV ever again.
that was a big deal over nothing.
Oh, absolutely. Because we all knew he was going to get in. We just didn't back it up with our own cash. I could have retired.
Well, the thing is, when you look at the alternative, and the alternative was Hillary Clinton, it was a no-brainer, really.
Yeah, no, Bernie would have done better against Trumpy.
Yeah, look, well, the thing is, Hillary's got the connections, and let's face it, she's as corrupt as fuck.
Well, she's married to fucking Bill. What do you expect?
I mean, that email gate thing, I mean, that was
Taught
ridiculous.
by the best.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not that up to date on American politics, but she seems worse than Bill.
Yeah, no, I suppose.
To me, anyway.
But you know, you never know what's the truth anymore. Look, I mean, Clinton. I seen a thing about Clinton when he left. Can't they? They can. What's the word I'm thinking of? They can. If you've been done for a crime, they can make it all fucking good again. And he did that to some fucking evil motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Usually very rich motherfuckers, eh?
I'm not up to date on all that.
Yeah, no. See, my problem is sometimes I watch everything and anything.
Yeah, but when you do that, you got to weed through it all then and work out what's true, what's bullshit.
Well, you can only filter it through yourself.
Yeah.
You can't do it. That's realistically, at the end of the day, we all filter everything through ourselves. You know, what we know, what we don't know, because we don't know so fucking much.
Yeah, I agree, Dio. I mean, it's going to sound horrible, but he was a dumbass.
He was a dumbass, wasn't he?
I mean, to be fair, his father was a pretty bright guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's any better. I mean, he did some pretty shitty things, and I don't like the.
Well, Daddy and Grandpa fucking Bush was a fucking Nazi collaborator.
Well, yeah, I've heard those stories of. And I heard that about Henry Ford too.
Yeah, and what's his name too? The Kennedy's dad.
But again, that's in
Presidential
the past.
pardons. That's right.
And do you hang someone for the sins of the father? So.
Yeah.
But George Bush Jr. He
started a war that he didn't need to, so maybe we should. Maybe he's been influenced by these people.
Oh well, let's face it. He seemed to be a puppet president. There seemed to be a lot smarter men around him who were running things. I mean, he'd get on TV there, and some of his speeches, mate, he didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah, I like both the Kennedys too.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Kennedys weren't squeaky clean either.
Their father wasn't very nice.
But they weren't squeaky clean either. I mean, there's the rumours of JFK and his brother Robert. Was it Robert or?
Well, they both did Maryland, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Yeah, that's right, Dick and Cider.
Cheney's bitch. Yeah, he's like fucking Satan, old Cheney.
Really, George Bush Jr. He was really a puppet for the guys behind him. In all honesty, I mean, the guy had no qualifications to run the country. I mean, if you look at Donald Trump, Trump has at least got some financial nous behind him and understanding of the way economies work. So
he knows how to rip the system off, anyhow.
Well, yeah.
I wonder if that's what he's trying to do with making America great again. We can be the biggest motherfucking scam artist on the planet if you want.
No,
Follow
that's not.
me.
That's too far. That's extreme.
Come
I mean,
on.
he's got.
$20 trillion in debt. That's like that. That's what comes to my head all the time.
Hang
$20
on.
trillion in debt America is.
Yeah, but
That's a fucking lot.
that's irrelevant to Bush because to Trump because it's got nothing to do with Trump. Trump isn't responsible for a $20 trillion
I
debt.
might have had a bit into it.
Nah, no. It's, what? Hey, Crystal, what put them in debt was the wars. That's what did it.
Well, you don't
keeping
have to
troops
spend.
overseas.
You don't have to spend all that money every year. I'm pretty sure last year's nuclear weapons are as good as this year's.
Oh, look, I mean, let's face it. Most of the money that they have spent has gone on going to war and keeping troops overseas. And the scariest thing is all these black ops. I mean, I'm pretty sure that at one stage there, $1 trillion went missing and they couldn't account for it.
Yeah, no.
And it's kind of funny that the Pentagon during 9/11 was hit, and the area that it hit was the same area where all the records were kept for that. So, how do you lose $1 trillion?
How do you spend 20? How do you get a $20 trillion debt? I wonder if they give me that credit.
Hang on, you're talking about a country that's got a huge budget anyway, and it's not like Australia. We're small fry compared to the US. I mean,
well, yeah, but we go all right, and you always say that. All right, I get that. We got 25 million people in the country. They got 300 and what did Lost say the other day? 320 million. India's got 1 billion. China's got 1 billion. I wonder how much their debts are.
Hang on. You're talking about chalk and cheese because India and China have, most of their population would be living under the poverty. They're poor. They, the gap between the rich.
Well, there's always going to be differences, isn't there? India's got the most millionaires in the world.
And they've
got the most millionaires out of everyone. India,
and they also got the most poor people probably in the world. So, and there's a big gap there. You can't really compare. You're comparing apples and oranges.
Well, it's all fruit.
It's all fruit. Yeah. Well, you can say they're all countries, but
we're all people.
There's lots of different aspects to it all, and China and India are places where you have a high percentage of people who have nothing at all. So,
well, I don't know. I haven't been there.
No, well, I've never been to either. Either. Jesus, hell, there goes. I'm starting to sound like an American in my English. Yeah, and I'm having a go at you, Dick Insider, you bastard.
At least act presidential. Oh my God, he probably has in a way.
You know what? That's one of the endearing things about him, Dr. I'm sick of this being politically correct, and I prefer someone who says it as it is. Personally, yeah, that's. Yeah, when you talk about that, Dr., you're talking about crime bosses. I mean, when the
I don't know about billionaires. I know millionaires. There's lots of millionaires in India. I don't know about Russia and billionaires.
Right. Well, when the Soviet Union broke down, mate, that was sort of free for all. I mean,
realistically, assets-wise, I possibly could be close to a millionaire, I guess. Well, no, not really. But I live in Australia. That should add some fucking value, shouldn't it?
Not anymore.
Oh, come on.
Have a look at... No, hang on. You're talking economics now.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I am and I'm not. I am and I'm not.
Are.
Well,
you are.
You're not coming from my perspective.
But, I mean, at the moment, the Australian dollar is failing. And I've seen that with... the exchange rate between Southeast Asian countries where the Australian dollar is not getting anywhere near what it used to. It's gone right down.
Oh, we should run the country. You and I should run the country. I reckon we'd have a fucking good time for one. And for two, we could sort this shit out.
Well, it's never going to happen. And
no, they're never going to let us fucking run the country for sure. Like, they could do worse than us. They could get Clive Palmer in there.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. I mean, hell, it should be nice if anyone could run and fucking, I mean, You know, well, considering we've got groups of parties that can't get along and can't get things through, we couldn't do no worse. We could have 20 fucking different people in the parliament. We might do better. More likely to get along. 20 differing views versus, well, I don't know, the game. It seems like a game to these drongos now. I've been awake since 2 o'clock, man. Here we are. It's 20 past 2, and I'm still thinking, oh my god.
20 past 2. It's 4:19.
Sorry, 20 past 4. I mean, there you go. See, my brain's just. I'm looking at fucking shit. I can't fucking think. I can't fucking. It's just horrible. I don't know what to do. If I have butter again, it's just gonna fuck me up too much. That's what I changed, man. I haven't been smoking dope anymore. I've been fucking just having butter once a week, maybe twice, once or twice on the weekend. Just makes you a whole different experience. Problem is I'm usually recovering during the week for the next weekend. Fucking.
I don't know. I've got to that point where I don't need anything, so.
I don't need anything, of course. I just like to do it. I just like it far too fucking much.
It's all right when you got someone around and you're having a good time or whatever, but sitting on your own and shit. I
can always amuse myself.
And now, I like to get out and drive around. So
yeah, no, that's the only thing that really. See, that's why I don't drive around, because I don't want to fucking get busted. Because in our case, realistically, I had it yesterday, but I'm only going to drive down the road, have an accident with somebody. They do a blood test on me, I'm fucking gone.
Well, they don't even have to do that, mate. You just get picked up at a random stop now, and they'll do a swab and get done like that. So,
see, that's just wrong.
I mean, you can argue that point, but personally, I don't think it's an issue driving while you're bent. Drink driving, yeah.
Yeah, no.
If anything, if you had a smoke, you tend to be a little bit more cautious.
Yep. Yeah, no.
But that's just my own opinion.
No, mine as well. I agree. Well, if you've done both, you understand. You know what I mean? Look, yeah, no, I'd never drink and drive ever. Wouldn't even contemplate it. No, but smoke and drive, fucking hell. It does. It makes you drive mellower.
Oh, that would be Sam Newman, DR. One of the football shows here is on a Thursday night. He goes around and doing interviews on the street, but he always, the thing you got to remember with Sam Newman is he always goes and picks out the most weirdest people, but he looks for that reaction.
Yeah.
So if there's some weirdos on the street, he's going to be putting a microphone in their face. But that's who you'd be talking about, Sam Newman. But that show, the footy show, that's gone downhill. It used to be a great show, but I don't know, I haven't watched it for years.
Is Eddie still on it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if Eddie's on there anymore.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I like Eddie, actually, even though he's a freaking Collingwood fucking supporter.
He used to make the show, really. I mean,
yeah.
When he left the show, that's when it went downhill, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, DR Sam Newman. You'll probably find him on YouTube, but he'll go out and pick out the weirdest looking, craziest people on the streets to interview.
Oh. Mm.
But that's just how he is. He's a pretty weird character himself. Been involved in some incidents. But definitely a good footballer in his day, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure I can remember him playing football.
It'd be a long time ago, man.
Be VFL though, wouldn't it?
That's right, yeah.
So that's, looking.
But I remember I think Sam Newman, he had a kidney removed from a football incident and still went out there and kept playing after. So, yeah, he is a Hall of Famer. But one of the things, Dio, he's got a lot older, so obviously his looks changed. But he also had plastic surgery, which made him look like an alien.
We never really watched Victorian fucking football teams at all until this AFL.
I used to. I used to watch a bit of AFL, the VFL.
VFL, yeah. When? How? Where? Wasn't really on the TV. Although I was shift worker,
during the 70s, because back then a lot of Glenelg players were being recruited over to the.
Look at Jernigan. Was he Royal Carlton? Does he?
Well, yeah.
He's the king of Carlton, wasn't he?
Probably still is, yeah.
I know. We've had a big impact on their game for sure.
I mean, most of when you look back, a lot of their players were either recruited from South Australia or Western Australia.
Yep.
That's what made the VFL so strong back in the day, but they had the money to put into it.
Yeah, no. They've had some great South Australian players for sure. All of them, every team just about.
Oh, I remember one year you had Kernahan go over in the 1 year, Bradley, Mark Nayley, and Peter Motley all go over in the 1 year. They're probably the 4 best players in South Australia all went over at the same time.
Yeah, no. I can. Well, and then there was Mr. Platten, of course. The great Johnny.
Yep.
Number 43, I think I've got 44 or something. I got a little Centrals thing with him, with his number painted on the back somewhere. Those are those. Hey, can you know of duffel coats? I've kind of been. Yep. Can we still get them? Can you still get duffel coats?
Oh, I got no idea. Probably not.
Probably not. They were the days. Eh? When I was at the footy, I went to see Centrals in Norwood last year, actually, because one of my mates voted for Norwood. He doesn't do AFL anymore. He's over it. And I know where he's coming from. Yeah, but I just said it. Elizabeth Over. It was so nostalgic, man. The whole game was pissing down rain. It was a horrible fucking day, and all I could think was of the good old days.
Yeah.
Even though we were getting destroyed.
The only thing is I can't watch it these days because the SANFL is just it's like watching kids play now compared to the AFL. It's so much slower and the skills aren't there. I mean, the fact is the AFL, that's the cream of the crop,
Yeah. Well, that's right. If I really want to fucking watch a footy match, I'll just step over to the Oval there and watch a fucking Ingle Farm girls play against somebody.
Oh, God, no. I can't handle watching the girls play.
Oh, no, I mean, the Ingle Farm girls, well, you can meet these girls. These would be better.
Just rugby, yeah. The only rugby I watch, DR, is State of Origin. I enjoy watching the New South Wales, Queensland games. That's about the only rugby I'll watch. But rugby's not big here in South Australia. They did try. They had a team here for a while, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah, most of us would rather watch soccer.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind soccer, but again, I'm not big on Australian soccer at all. I'll watch the English. Yeah,
no, I don't mind myself. I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I watched the Reds. I couldn't even tell you the last time I knew what the. I know a few people that go to watch the Reds actually, but yeah, no. These days I just watch sports documentaries. I've just watched a thing called on Netflix about 4 dudes from the Manchester United team of the 90s bought a fucking soccer team in like 4th division or 5th division or some fucking thing. That was quite interesting. And I watched another thing about some Birmingham, something like that. Fucking, there's some interesting fucking docos.
I mean, I watched a couple of good movies. Was what's it? Pele. That was a good movie. His life story and his breaking into
Oh,
the international scene was unreal. And there was another one on George Best too. I'm not sure if it was a movie or a documentary. It might have been a documentary I watched. Uh, Unbelievable, again, a guy who's probably one of the best in the world, if not the best, and just wasted his talent.
yeah.
Drink got the better of him.
Yeah, no. Imagine it'd be pretty easy to get fucking lost. Oh, when people are giving you stuff too, you know what I mean? That's the problem.
Yeah.
All those people giving you stuff. Cokehead, absolutely, and he definitely handballed. I watched the thing you
Hand of God.
in the World Cup with him. He
Yeah, the hand of
handballed.
God. They
He
call it the
definitely
hand of God. He was a handball, yeah.
pure and simple. But
I don't know how that ever got through. I mean,
probably
that
because it
was
was him.
ridiculous.
Bit dodgy, isn't it? Sometimes. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
like
anything with money, big money in it, is going to be corrupted in some way. Although now they have seemed to crack down on that. So, but if there's money involved in any sport, you got to be wary because there's always someone trying to distort the results, and which is crazy. I don't understand it. Like when they talk sports, they always talk about fair play and sportsmanship, and geez, over the years, that's the last thing that we've seen. Remember, even Australia in the World Cup, and we made the semi-finals, and we played Italy, and that guy, he took a dive, mate, and got a penalty kick, fucking that he should never have got. We lost the game because of that. It should never have happened. But yeah, the Italian guy took a dive, and it was our best chance of ever making a World Cup final. And
so. There's probably some agenda. You know what I mean? We're the colonials from out in the backwaters. Can't have them in the fucking. Might give them another decade or two. They might get up here. Yeah, be like that. I mean, it might even depend on things like watching time. You know what I mean? Hell,
I think
it's watching in the middle of the night. I'm not getting much of a crowd from Australia.
Well, I remember I shifted the lounge room around, and we had a whole heap of people come over to watch that World Cup that time. But to me, and again, I don't follow soccer enough, but at the moment, it seems that we're lacking talent. Too many other sports are dragging players away. For some reason, soccer's died out a little bit in Australia. I mean, all your best athletes are either going to Aussie rules, cricket, or rugby, even basketball. But yeah, soccer's not a big sport here, or as big as it probably was once anyway.
Yeah, no, that's what college football, man. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to that, you go to college to fucking learn. You don't go to play fucking football. But, everything's for sale in the USA repair. So, including that, I mean, hell, fucking some of the fucking.
Well, do you remember that movie? It was about the basketballers, Blue Chips. I'm trying to think who was in it. That big guy, Shaquille O'Neal. It was about the money and the paying of the amateur players, which they weren't supposed to be, but they were buying him houses and shit, and it hit the shit hit the fan.
Oh.
But we're probably on the wrong subject. See, we've gone down to 5 watching now.
Oh.
So we've got a lot of these guys. Their interest is in the travelling in the Philippines. So the last thing they want to hear about is football and soccer. And
but Ed didn't come back, did he?
Yeah, he might have been having lunch at the time. It's about 2:00 there where he is now. And knowing Eddie, he might have had a nap, mate. He's either having a nap or he's muff diving on that young wife of his. So
By the young wife, you wouldn't see me on here at all. Fucking hell.
yeah, but see, Ed's living in the Philippines, where maybe he's in the bucket. Yeah, maybe PR. But yeah, he's in the Philippines with no Westerners around where he is, or very little that he doesn't socialise. So I guess for him, jumping on here is getting his it's getting his dose of Western culture and being able to talk with people that because over there, especially in the provinces, although the Philippines are pretty good for speaking English, in the provinces it's not so much. A lot of them even don't get to really go through and get much schooling over there. So if you go into a province, you're not going to find a lot of people that speak English. Ed was lucky. His wife, she was working at the airport when he met her. So obviously, her English is good.
Yep. Oh, wow. Oh, I hope I fucking rate this fucking scene. Oh, man.
DR, he's not far from the beach at all. He, from memory, it must be about half a mile, because he says he runs a mile because he runs to the beach and he runs back, and it's about a mile. So yeah, he's probably about half a mile or so away from the beach.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't know much about Negros, and I actually don't know much about the geographical locations of any of these guys. I know that Larry's in Negros as well. No, I haven't heard, but about now he should be heading over there or over there, DR. That's the last thing I remember when we talked to him. He was heading over there, him and his wife.
Yeah, AFK after yoga. I need another cup of coffee, man.
Yeah, no worries. There's a few guys out there, DR, I haven't heard from for a while. Tread Travels is one of them. I've been on a panel with him. He's a pretty decent guy. Pretty down to earth. Well, it looks like it's going to be slow, guys. Only 6 watching. 3 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. That's not bad. At least we're in the positive. Lefty, if you're out there, I can't answer now while I'm on the live stream because I've got bloody headphones on, mate. He's persistent. Yeah, I'm not sure, DR. I guess that's up to him. I haven't even seen him on his own channel. I'd like to get back to that. But it would be nice to get back on the panel with him and have a good time and give each other some shit. Well, I miss that, but can't force the guy. How you doing, Marnie? It's good to hear, Marty. Seen RC Dre put up a video of you dancing there, mate. You got some sharp moves there. If you're watching in the background there, Lefty, I can't answer the messages, mate, when the phone calls, because I'm sitting here with the headset on, mate. Just makes it a bit difficult. Yeah, no worries, Amani. We need to learn to, we'll need to teach Andy how to mute. But yeah, I always think about that too with Joey. I miss those live streams we used to do. Probably a bit harder too because these days, I'm trying to get back into living the normal hours here. Although it wasn't that bad with me and him because we're only 2.5 hour difference between each other. So, but I try not to because we were doing the evening shows and going to all hours of the morning, and then I'd sleep all day. I'm trying to get past all that. Trying to get up early, get used to getting up early in the morning and sleeping at the proper times. Jeez, it sounds like Andy's in fucking labour, man, having a baby or something. Yeah, DR. There was JLB and then the Go-Go, and I like to think that back in the day when we first, hey Lefty, I couldn't answer your call, mate, because I've got the headset on, mate. If you want to call me when I'm not on the live stream, mate, then I can answer it. I like to think that me and Focus, sorry, Lefty. Apologise for that, mate. I like to think that me and Joey sort of, changed the environment a little bit, and instead of sitting there giving people shit over a live stream, that we were, having fun with each other, giving each other shit, and people seem to enjoy that more. And it was good fun. But no worries. All good, Lefty. I still try to catch a lot of your live streams, Lefty. Usually I see them after you've done them, and a lot of times you just delete them. So, but it'd be nice to get back on there with Joey and forget all the shit. But I guess it got a bit nasty with people emailing him shit, and which is a shame that it has to get like that. Okay, yeah, I understand. Jesus, maybe I have to mute him. Yeah, Andy, when you leave like that, mute yourself. You can mute yourself in Hangout so then everyone doesn't hear.
Oh, right. I did see myself. I wondered what I was fucking saying.
I was picking up every noise and mate. It sounded like you're having a baby there in the background.
That'd be a fun thing.
But
All right.
if you go to the Hangouts page, and click over your icon, or actually on the top of the Hangouts page on mine, it's got a little microphone symbol there, and you can mute your microphone.
Oh, cool. We'll do. See, live and learn. Sorry, I apologise to everyone for all that because, you know, I'm constantly learning. Hopefully won't make these mistakes again. Well, probably will. Hello. Oh, Cooey.
Yeah, that's so true, Lefty. Guys will make sound bites, and that's why I don't know if you noticed the other day, Andy, and that's why I tried to have a talk to you about there's a guy in here, and you know who I'm talking about, who's trying to get little bits and pieces, and they'll build up that information. Like he was asking you where you were, do you have kids, and he'll ask those questions little bit by little bit, and then try and gather, and they'll keep all that information on you. And
why?
Because they're just trolls, mate. That's what they like doing.
Too much fucking time on their hands, obviously.
Yeah, well, just warning you, it happens, you know. Like some of these guys, they talk a lot of shit, but can you imagine if some of these guys had to actually meet me in person, Andy?
No, that's I actually said that to Ed. He's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, if you met him, you wouldn't be saying any of these fucking things.
But they don't understand that.
Yeah, you'd go, oh my God, what have I said to this cunt? Oh my God. I think I'm at the wrong house, mate.
Yeah, that's why I don't take a lot of it seriously. And to me, it's like if you really got a problem with someone, go and man up and meet them face to face, and then say. And the thing is, most of them, I'd say 90% or more, would be like, oh, sorry, yeah, wrong guy.
Yeah, wow, see, yeah, all right, I'm starting to catch up on, see, to me, because you know what I mean, like I said, we all come from our own perspective, and my perspective is, you know, what some of these people are doing, it's like, wow, it's a sport, why would you waste your fucking time?
Yeah, that word in Australia, dear, gets thrown around quite a bit. Yeah, it's
you can't say cunt. Oh, come on. That's just wrong. Everyone should let us say cunt. You know, and every cunt's useful.
Well, remember there used to be a sticker when we had a Prime Minister, Malcolm Fraser, and he was married to his wife's name was Tammy, and people used to drive around with a sticker on their car that said, Tammy's got one, Malcolm is one. But Australia's bad for swearing, though. Look, women swear just as bad. Well, my mother used to swear like a trooper, man.
Yeah, words are words. It's like, realistically, if you can't deal with those words, then the issue is always yours.
Oh, shit, Lefty, that's crazy.
Ballistic.
I guess over here it's call a spade a spade. If she's a bitch, she's a bitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
But everyone's different. I mean, to be honest with you guys, there's people here that would be the same. They'd take offense at some of these words. But for them, the general population, swearing is just part of the culture. Probably less so these days.
As a freedom lover, what do I say?
Yeah, Marnie, everyone's cursed before. But you'll find in Australia that, Aussies are pretty good at swearing.
Yeah. It's just freedom to say what you want.
Oh, look, I think there's a time and a place for it, though, Andy. I mean, depending on the company you're keeping and where you are at the time, the bad language can,
I'm
more a bit more offensive.
I'm always more offended by people's actions than their words.
Well, yeah, that's true to a point. But, I mean, if you're sitting in a nice restaurant, the last thing you want to be doing is throwing around 4-letter words. You know,
Yeah,
when you're all sitting down trying to
it depends who I'm with.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But if you got other people around you, the last thing they want to hear is, the four-letter words being chucked around all the time.
Yeah, it's just a word though.
It's just a word, but to some people it is offensive, and especially if you've got young kids around.
Yeah, I try to be appropriate. Always try to be appropriate. My parents taught me good manners.
Yeah, that's true, Lefty. That's very true.
What do you mean? I feel, David. Why? I mean, God. What do you mean?
It's hard to describe, Andy, but I tell you what, though, if some of the more outspoken guys on YouTube, they have people make videos up on them, and I mean, you'll get guys that say, "Hey, look, we know this Andy guy. He's got a criminal record. He's a child molester. He's been convicted of this and that." I mean, the bullshit that goes on, mate, is it's childish.
Yeah,
It
no.
really is. And the scary thing is, some people will take it literally.
Some people believe what they're told. Others of us challenge everything.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I said, I tend to avoid all the shit if I can.
Yeah, no, of course. Drama, that's why I didn't get married.
Oh, it's not always drama, but
I don't know. It just seems to be a lot of it. Yeah, you got kids and families and fucking... It becomes a whole different kettle of fish.
Kids are a blessing.
Yeah, no, I imagine they are. I occasionally do think that.
They are a blessing, and I think once you have children, your attitude changes.
I still hope.
You live in Glamora. What's Glamora? I said I'm still think that I could, if I hooked up with somebody nice again, I wouldn't mind having kids. I could still handle that. I mean, the changing the nappies is a bit of a pain in the ass, but again, I've done all that, and yeah, I agree, Lefty. They're more polite and more into having fun. Glamora is a city in Louisiana. Okay, Amani, cool. I've got a couple of really good friends from Louisiana. Dick and Cider, though he might not call me a good friend, and Joey, Focus, better known as the Raging Cajun. Two guys that I got a lot of time for. But then I got friends all over the states. I got guys in California, a young lady in California, guys up in Oregon, and all over the place. No more kids for you? Well, fair enough, DR. Everyone's different. Like if you talk to Andy and he met the right girl, it probably wouldn't be off the cards for him.
I think about it. That's one of those things. Occasionally, I get the little twink. I think maybe I should have fucking settled down and had kids, at least one. But
yeah,
but a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility, but it's not as bad as you think. And it's one of those things, like you can't put your money in a bank these days and get much in the way of interest back. But with a child, you can.
Yeah. They cost you a fucking fortune.
They cost you a fortune, but what you get back in.
See, I couldn't have lived the lifestyle that I've led if I'd had kids and a wife.
Yeah, the difference though is that your lifestyle would have been different, but it may have been better.
Oh no, it may have been better, but
it's hard to say. But
I probably wouldn't have diabetes.
Yeah, well, that's true. And you would be more active. There's lots of they change your life in a lot of ways, and
too much sitting on the couch. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I know what all my problems are, Mark. Problem is that most of the time I enjoy my problems. That's the problem. I mean, I know what I should do. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tennessee and Texas. Okay. I knew a girl in Tennessee a long time ago. I know some friends in Texas. Lost the Nomads in Texas.
Hardly see them anymore. You should take. My dad lives 10 minutes down the road, Lefty, and he sees me maybe once a month if he has to. Fucking he fucking doesn't really like me at all.
Well, it's not that he doesn't like you. You're just two different people, and you tend to clash. That's what it's more about.
Well, you know, I guess. I know I clash with him about everything and fucking anything.
Yeah.
You know,
He's not a bad person. He's actually, you know, he's just, he just has old-fashioned values and ideas. That's all.
very old-fashioned.
Well, that's the generation he grew up with, Andy. So you know.
Well, they actually got a special name for them because they're before baby boomers. They're fucking there's a special. They got a special name for it.
Okay, I've never heard that one.
I can't remember what it is.
But I mean, they changed the playing field all the time. So.
Oh, the goalposts.
Yeah. Yep. They're always shifting them.
Got to keep us on our toes. Oh, that second coffee's kicked in. I reckon I'm starting to wake up. After being awake for 3 hours. Fucking hell.
That's one of the things that's been good is getting back into a good, you know, getting up early and going to bed earlier again.
Oh yeah, no, I do like the morning, but you know, having done it all, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All night, it's kind of
well, just
a Red Bull. Nah, I never drink that muck, man.
No, that stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I've never had Red Bull.
I've never had it. I've never had any of them.
No, me neither.
Once I actually read on the side of Monster, and when I could read on the side of cans and shit. Now to take a magnifying glass is kind of inconvenient, but when I used to, yeah, when I seen that Mother was made by Coca-Cola, that was enough to fucking put me off. Yeah.
Hey, I head down to Burger King and grab myself a frozen Coke now and again.
Oh, I haven't done Coke since they told me I had diabetes.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, look, well, I shouldn't tell you. I went up to that pizza bar, you know, Vista Pizza. I went up there, and he said to be like 25 minutes, and I was 25 minutes, and he still hadn't made my fucking pizza when I got there. I was not fucking happy. But anyhow, yeah, I just was patient, I didn't say anything. And he said, "Oh, grab a can of Coke sorry for making you wait. Grab a can of Coke." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, fuck, I don't drink Coke anymore." But they had that sugar-free Coke. I thought, "Oh, fuck it, give it a go." Fucking horrible, Mark.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't taste like Coke at all. See, Coke would be a good pickup. I could have a can of Coke and it'd be, you know what I mean? But then I'd be spiking my sugar like crazy. But it wake me up. You know? I can Red Bull, frozen Coke. Yeah, no, it is nice. I think I fucking got sucked into those things for a while when I was drinking Coke.
Yeah, same sort of thing. A
Slurpee. That's
like a slushy type thing. It's just Coke in a sort of half frozen form where it's like an icy, which on a hot day is all right. I don't tend to drink Coke a lot. I find it makes me thirstier, so I tend to go for the lemon drink. So I'll drink lemonade or, well, like at the moment, got a Solo.
Solo's a bit, you know.
I like lemon-based drinks. So
I actually found myself. See, that's what I mean. It's kind of weird, you know what I mean? I mean, you can see the upsides and downside of everything. You know what I mean? It's like, for me, diabetes. Now, since I've found, now that I've got it and accepted that I've got it and all those kind of things, I drink water. I've drank more water in the last fucking 3 years. How long have I known since I had diabetes? Say the last 3 years, then I'm probably having the previous 50. I'm fucking, you know. So it's good like that. I drink more water these days. I can.
Sorry, just answering an email here.
I like a float, but I'm lactose intolerant. That'd be horrible. I don't know what a float is, though.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, a float to us is, they're in parades.
Yeah.
And they go down the street, and there's people hanging off the side. And, what's our best time for floats? Christmas?
Christmas pageant, yeah.
Christmas pageant. The dog's loses in the plot. He always loses the plot when I talk to people, and when I'm talking, it sounds like I'm talking to someone. He can't hear anything.
Oh, we call that a spider.
Oh, that's a spider, yeah, for sure.
That's what we call spiders, yeah.
And if I was lactose intolerant, I'd still have them. Fucking hell. I don't really do ice cream much anymore, you know what I mean?
I've had a tub of ice cream in the fridge for months.
Hardly touched it. It always gets ice on it.
I should jump into it a bit more. I bought the cones and that, and just have. But I'm not a big sweets person. I'm Andy will probably tell you I'm more into savoury stuff and that. So I'd happy to have dry biscuits and some cheese and pepperoni and that sort of shit than sweets anyway. I don't have a sweet tooth.
When do you want to go Mongolian?
Oh, whenever, man.
All right, hopefully I'll get this shit out of my system. Yeah.
I mean, I can always come pick you up and take you. That's not a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Although, hang on, that's gone. Yeah, probably better to meet you there because
it's halfway.
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
Yeah. I've been there since my 50th.
I went there last year with Luke. Luke and I went there. And then sitting there having a nice dinner with him, and the bitch rings up and takes up half the time on the phone call with him.
Well, she was there. I remember she was there. Was he there? Did he come with us?
Yeah, he would have been there.
Yeah, so there you go. That was probably the last time. And Vaughan was there. I don't know if I can talk to him anymore. Eh?
Yeah, Vaughan and his missus.
And Samantha.
That's right.
That was good to go back to there. Well, that fucking place was chockers. Still like
that? It depends on the day. Yeah, Mongolian, they cook it on a big hot plate in front of you, DR. It's the best, man. I love Mongolian.
Absolutely.
It's one of my favourite foods, actually. Mexican's another one, but haven't seen too many Mexican places here in Adelaide. So the last time I had any good Mexican food was in the US, the Tex-Mex anyway. But I love. We used to do them at home. Not the enchiladas, but the tacos. Used to always have tacos. I miss all that sort of food. But I used to make a pretty mean gyros.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Gyros is. I love the old gyros.
I used to make a pretty good one.
From that place?
No. The ones I make myself were pretty good.
I meant, yeah, but you got the meat from that place, didn't you?
Yeah, from the butcher shop. Yeah, the lamb gyros meat that was already marinated, and then just make them up myself.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the only way to go. Although, lately with my stews, I remember we had it here once, and it was like there wasn't enough meat in it, you reckon. Now, nowadays, I don't have hardly any vegetables in them because, you can make sandwiches out of it. Stew that meat, just make sandwiches.
Yeah, it is Greek food. And when I tend to buy them, DR, I tend to tell them to leave the garlic sauce off of it because they overdo it and it overpowers it.
Oh, no.
I don't mind a little bit of garlic, but they go too far with it and just overpowering. But yeah, I like gyroses. Greek barbecue's not bad, actually. I got it. I was thinking about it tonight. I don't know whether I will or not. They got a Thai Chinese food place up here, Thai Chinese restaurant. I'll go up there now and again. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that tzatziki sauce. I mean, I don't mind a bit of Chinese now and again. Brothers X owns a Thai restaurant up the road if I wanted Thai food, and Monday night the chicken shop's closed, so I'm not sure what I'm even going to eat today. May even be Subway, who knows? I like the Subway.
Too expensive. Too expensive.
Well, yeah, it is, but I don't know. I mean, it's what 11. Well, if I get a steak one, about $11, $12 for a foot long, or I go to Chinese and it'll cost me $25.
Wicked.
Yeah, we still get the steak here, DR, and meatballs, and you can have the club one, which has got like 3 different meats on it.
So yeah, I mean, it's just the way I am these days. I just fucking make it all myself instead of fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I went up to the other day. I went up to the Ingle Farm Food Court, and I grabbed a lasagna. Bastards won $9.90 for it. My first thought was, it's time to start making lasagna.
See, I can go up to Coles and buy a 2 kilo family lasagna.
Yeah, they're not that fucking good though.
Oh, the ones I get are nice. Even because I was getting them for Luke as well at times, and they were nice. We just buy some crusty bread and butter that up, and yeah, that's right. The BMT is nice too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just
There's a BLT here, isn't it? Bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato. Yeah, could be. Yeah, I never usually. Well, I usually do the steak.
Yeah, steak or meatballs usually for me. Just depends on my mood, I guess. More steak than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was even tempted. It's probably a bit late now, 5 p.m. But I was going to go to a butcher and just pick up a couple of big T-bones and do them up. They would be nice.
Well, Coles are open at 9.
Yeah, Coles are, but the Coles meat isn't as good as the butcher meat.
Oh no, for sure.
So,
for sure.
I mean, a bit more expensive going to the butcher, but the quality of meat's a lot better. Hell, I'd love to even go up to that place. But the last time I went up to that butcher that you're talking about with the Euros meat, they'd changed hands. So
but were they still doing the same fucking deals or?
I don't think it was the same, but it's a long time ago. We're talking years ago now.
Yeah, well, the dude near me, the butcher near me at Ingle Farm, he does the Euros meat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The Ingle Farm butcher, okay.
Yeah. I've just been not that I've done any, but I just every time I go there, I just go $20 Thai steak, buddy.
You can actually buy the bottles of that that they marinate the Euros meat in. You can actually marinate it yourself if you want. Just buy some nice steak and marinate it and do it yourself.
I reckon you'd probably, I mean, these days, I swear, I've probably cooked my meat for 8 hours in water.
Yeah, DR, I've seen that too.
Oh, fuck. Look, I don't have to go for KSC. The dog's fucking looking at me like, well, he keeps not attacking me, but he's definitely interested in what's going on more than usual.
I told you, let me take Jazz over there. She'll fix him up.
Oh, come on. To blow my mind, if they got together, they'd probably, after a quick bonk, because I'm pretty sure he's ready for one.
Yeah, but she wouldn't. She'd give him a bonk, all right, mate. Fucking drag him around the yard as a bitch. She's one girl that deserves the name bitch. And she definitely deserves it.
Yeah, she was always the wildest. I reckon she's the wildest of them all.
She was the wildest dog I've ever had. She's had as far as bad attitudes go, she's been the worst.
So he hadn't got a bad attitude. Like you said, I just fucking taught him badly.
Yeah, you have
It's all
taught him
my
bad,
fault.
but he has a bad attitude, but it is because of you.
Thank you. Well, you know, I was in a bad place when I got him.
It's not only that. I mean, what you got a dog that was so different to Yogi, and you know, Yogi was one of those dogs that was just so sociable and happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
But you got to remember the dog you got now is a working dog. He needs, he needs to be active all the time.
Oh, he likes to sit on the couch a lot, though.
He does now because that's what he got used to. But he's a working dog, so you've seen what happens if he gets bored or you leave him alone too long.
Wow.
That's because that's just inbred into him to be active, and he needs his mind working on something all the time. He needs to be eaten. Jesus, Ed, piss off, man! I'm gonna time you out, man. You talk about eating dog. You keep talking about eating dogs, man. and you can go out for 300 seconds. You notice that Junior never came back after I timed him out. Maybe he finally took it the wrong way.
I actually think to myself most of the time, they'll probably find me when I die that the dog's eating me. But it's just fate I can deal with.
You're a smart fella there, Ed.
I'm a Dylan.
Yeah, I'm not big. I mean, like some people over here eat kangaroo, but I'm not big on eating kangaroo, and I don't like the idea of eating anything that's on our national coat of arms. So,
kangaroo wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad, but I just don't like the idea of eating it. It's not.
I actually had kangaroo at Mongolian.
Yeah, me too, by accident.
That's the only place I've had it. See, accident. I went, kangaroo. Let's give that a go.
That was the one at Montague Road.
Yeah.
They do that because I'm not sure if they do it at the other one.
Well, they used to, I reckon.
I can't.
I've been to a few of them.
They're the only two. The only two. I always go Genghis Khan. That was
the one on Montague Road's not there anymore.
No, that left years ago, mate.
Yeah, no, typical. I was going there a lot too.
Yeah, I've been going to Genghis Khan, mate, since I was a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was out there in that. Now they've moved to another place, yeah.
Yeah, the animal variety, I wouldn't eat it either, DR. How you doing, Ed? Welcome back. What's he got problems with his mic, or he's gone mute on us?
I didn't say anything yet. Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Yes, my son.
Now time me out. I don't care. Time me out.
Nah, I'm not going to time you out because you want it.
That's like you always want. Too.
I know. That's why you got to keep it.
Right. My goodness. So did you get your pack of cigarettes?
Yeah, man. I went and got some smokes. Didn't take long.
What do you smoke? What do you smoke?
Here I smoke Escort Red.
Are you not smoking Rollies?
Nah, I haven't been smoking Rollies for ages.
Oh my god!
I know.
I could $40
a day.
No, that's too much. That's just too much.
Yeah, I should go back to smoking Rollies.
I might be able to help you out again.
All right, yeah.
$2 a day.
Yeah, I'd get that shit again, Andy.
All right.
$2 a pack.
$2 a pack. I still wouldn't smoke. I still wouldn't smoke cigarettes. I mean, tailor-made.
See, it's cheap as in the Philippines.
Be pretty cheap in America too, wouldn't it?
No, America. Oh, Jesus, no.
Well, it's cheap compared to us.
$20 a pack.
How much?
Some places up to $20 a pack.
Oh, that's pretty expensive. That's like 90s prices, isn't it, Mark? $20 a pack.
I wish.
Fucking.
Yeah. Even
I
less.
think the cheapest you're gonna find in America is not over, probably in some of the tobacco raising states, maybe $10 a pack.
Oh,
But most of the places they're between $12 and $15 a pack
damn.
in the states. I won't smoke in the states. And when I go back, how many cigarettes do you take on an airplane? I think you just ought to take a carton, right? Yeah.
No, it used to be here, but now it's only like one or two packets.
Really? I think you take at
Oh
least
my
a carton,
God.
10 packs.
Then you have to declare it and pay tax on it if you take more than that.
Holy Jesus Christ!
It's always about tax.
Yeah.
That's what all it is.
I'll
But I
take
think
a
that's
couple cartons back.
that happened because guys were bringing back carton after carton and then just selling them and making
Back
profit on
cases.
them.
Yeah, bringing back cases to make profit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some canned San Miguel beer. I'm taking back some San Miguel. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's cheap, DR.
Yeah.
$2 a pack.
I'm gonna take some San Miguel back. That's for sure.
But I've heard packets of smokes in the Philippines is like as low as 70 pesos.
So there's 100 pesos now. Well, American cigarettes. If you want to buy, you can buy those Filipino brand cigarettes for cheap.
I've seen people buy the Chinese brands one here, mate, and they almost explode while you're smoking them.
Mm.
They're shitty. I wouldn't touch the Chinese ones.
You could probably buy Hope and things like that. Fortune. Those are the Filipino brands. You probably can get them, but the Fortunes I think are menthols. I cannot smoke a menthol cigarette.
Oh, yeah, no, fuck that.
No, I can't do that.
I buy Winston's or Marlboros, either one.
Marlboro tastes horrible. Oh God.
No, Winston's isn't too bad.
Back
to the States, I smoked a cigarette called Sonoma. You want to say it was a pretty good cigarette? It was a pretty good cigarette. You can't buy it all over.
What do you got on, Lefty? Well, you starting to do this message retracting thing? I've seen you do it earlier too. Yeah, back again, NCE. I mean, when I was in the US, because I did try other smokes, but they just were, I don't know, no bite to them. I ended up smoking Camels when I was over there.
Wow.
Oh, you like a strong cigarette? I don't like really a strong cigarette. Sonoma was a mild cigarette. It was a mild cigarette. It was good. Just like that.
Delete your last message was deleted, Lefty. The contraband one. Yeah.
Contraband, my favorite kind of thing.
You left as you couldn't handle the pity party.
Who were they having pity on?
I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness.
You might be able to still see it, Lefty, but it's got here message retracted, mate.
Yeah.
It's gone. I'm not bullshitting you.
It says message retracted. I was wondering what it was.
He said what DR said there, exactly what it was. Native smokes are contraband.
Aha.
What are native smokes?
I guess he said from the native Indians must be selling them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no worries, Lefty. Not sure why you want to delete it anyway. It was nothing bad.
You have to lose nothing, right? Don't do it. You have to retract nothing in this channel. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that thin-skinned, guys. You know.
He's friends with me. Come on. He's put up with a fucking lot. You got no idea, really.
I pity you. What do you mean?
No. Don't drink my coffee, Czar.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Get two anchors together, you need an interpreter. Jesus Christ.
Well, Lefty, we're in Australia, mate, so the Canadian government's got no pull on this channel. I broke the law for 13 years. Yeah, okay. Okay,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
That's his gonna have to live with that. That's his problem.
That's right. That's
You should have thought about it when they were born. That's the first thing I did. The minute I got my kid's birth certificate, it was at the embassy. I got an appointment with the embassy, and I.
Look, I like Kevin, but at the end of the day, 13 years of not paying visa fees. I mean,
that's sad.
That's pretty crazy, you know.
Yeah. Like I could see maybe accidentally say a month, like just overlook it for a month, but you don't go longer than that.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
I
the
don't know.
reason.
I don't know the story behind it, but
And the
um,
thing is, though, he was in Iloilo. There's an immigration office right there. When
yeah.
he was living in Bacolod for a while, the immigration office is right there. Like there's no excuse for not doing a visa. When
I
you
agree.
especially when you live in a city where the immigration office, you're like me, I have to go to Bacolod, which is a 2.5 hour bus ride to do my visa, and I'm there every month, every 2 months.
Don't worry, Lefty. The Australian government's no different, mate. When it comes to taxes, I think no government's any different. They, they'll take blood out of a stone if they can.
Oh yeah, they will.
Yeah, good for nothing,
But
mate.
you get in a countries like yours and Canada, like all that free medical care you're getting, that's coming out of the taxes.
And we don't.
That's
You,
socialist
you
medicine. That's the
see, I
taxes.
don't. I can never understand an American's attitude towards that. I mean, Europe's the same, UK is the same, Canada and Australia.
Socialist medicine.
It seems that America's the only place that has a fucking issue with that. And for me, I don't give a shit if they want to take 1% out of my wages to have a free medical system. I'm happy to do that. It's not, it's no skin off my nose.
Are you happy? Okay, you go with a gallbladder. Are you happy to stand in line for 6 months to have your gallbladder out?
Well, no, see the difference here, right,
If I
is that
need my gallbladder out,
if 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 it's serious, if it's emergency surgery, they will put you to the top of the list and you will get done straight away. The only time you go on a waiting list is if it's elective surgery that you've decided yourself to have. Otherwise, they put you at the top of the list and you get it done straight away.
if it's life threatening,
Oh, your life's threatening, yeah.
they'll do you straight away without a
Yeah,
fucking issue.
Your
yeah,
life's threatening, yeah, but you get something. I'll tell you, I worked in a hospital, and where I lived, it was only maybe an hour to New York State line, so another 3 hours to Canadian line. And we used to have people come to our hospital from Canada time after time for surgeries that they'd have to wait on in Canada. They said they'd rather come to the States and pay the money than be on a 6, 7 month waiting list to let their
well,
gallbladder explode or something.
well, see there, DR. I mean, in Australia that wouldn't happen, Ed. And DR, if you broke a leg here in a car accident, you'd be seen straight away, immediately. And
Yep,
I'm telling you now, you won't see a $10,000 bill,
Uh,
mate. You won't see a
no
bill at
way.
all.
Yep. I mean, heck, last time I went to hospital, I had, like I said, I think I told you, they want to chop my leg off, all right, fucking, but they ended up giving me this fucking back dressing, all right. I had to carry this machine around with me. I had to charge it every day, fucking, and the machine must be worth 10 grand itself. Let me take I've still got it at home. I could probably show you a picture of it. Hey, fantastic, best fucking. See, you gotta love science in some respects. Hey, this thing, a week of this vac dressing was equivalent to a month of normal healing with just plain bandages.
I've seen that do that in what do they call it? Those special tanks that they go sit you in, and it's supposed to um, quicken the healing process. It's something else as well they use here. Footballers use it all the time. Those hyperbaric chambers.
All right,
Yeah.
but
I'll tell
yeah,
you, in the States, all they got to do is to crack down in the States, is crack down on the medical providers, the hospitals, insurance companies, just crack down on them. Just tell them, okay,
They
this
won't.
is what you're, this is what you're going to charge for a procedure.
See, the
See, if
problem
they,
is your politicians over there have all these lobbyists from
yeah,
the
pharmacies and
insurance
everything.
companies, yeah,
Yeah,
and they're dictating to your government
that
how
is
it's
something.
going to
That's what
be.
you're saying. Our government has to crack down and say, okay, this is the way it's going to be. This is what a heart surgery, a heart transplant is going to cost this much. You're not going to go into an emergency room and pay $5 for a band aid. Those days are stopped. That's what they have to do. They just have to control the hospitals, control the pharmacies and the
I,
insurance companies, and say,
but
this is what you're going to pay. That's it.
Ed, yeah, one of the things I just can't get over this, and it's obviously because I'm in Australia, and we call this the lucky country, and but like to have 1% of your wages taken away to offer everybody a free medical system, and maybe people can complain about whatever, but to me, this our health care here is second to none, Andy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no. My last journey into hospital, I was in the new Royal Adelaide Hospital. Fucking hell, what a place, man!
And now the new hospital here. How you doing, Linda? Now, when you go to hospital, the new, like Andy said, the new one, everyone gets their own room. They get a private room.
En suite as well.
You know,
It's not about okay. In America, you're paying for you're paying Social Security, and that's for your Medicare when you retire. You're paying for your Medicare. You're paying for it, and basically, there's no reason people can't have insurance in the states. Like if you're poor, the state is going to pick up your insurance. You're going to have medical. They're going to give it to you.
well, see,
So
I've seen different where people that have been thrown out of hospitals because they can't afford to pay. I mean,
that's bullshit. They got to take care of you. In the states, they got to take care of you.
Yeah,
They can't kick you out of the hospital. They got to treat you. And
no,
if you're out of money, if you don't have no money, the states have the programs. They
Gunner,
have the Medicare program.
Gunner, I haven't paid taxes for fucking the last 4 years, man. At all.
he still gets free medical care, mate.
Mm.
And you know what? Our taxes aren't as bad as you think they are. I mean, it's only 20-something%, which is probably not much different to the US.
We probably pay more than corporations, it would appear, percentage-wise, but
That's everywhere.
yeah, but
That's
it's not
everywhere,
that. It's really not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
I mean, heck, all my jobs I've had have been pretty well average incomes, and they seem to tax you worse the lower you are. Actually, it would appear.
Government, yeah, but I'm saying in the states they have programs. The states have programs that you're not gonna get stuck with no $10 million hospital bill. The states have programs that take care of you.
I mean, what did I see? Michael, what's his name? The guy who did the documentary Sick. You remember that one, Andy?
Was that 666? I don't know. Is that Michael Moore?
Yeah, Michael Moore. And that was pretty shocking. Even to buy medication over there, and he was taking people over to Cuba to get cheap medication.
I'm saying the government just has to start. Well, the government is starting to jump down on the pharmaceuticals.
I don't know.
Pharmaceutical prices are going down.
It depends on how you look at shit. I mean, I sometimes look at America and wonder if they're really thinking about their fucking people. That's all.
Well, they have this stupid thing from the days of Kennedy. It was like, not ask what your country can do from you, ask what you can do for your country. To me, that was the biggest load of bullshit anyone's ever told anybody, because the country's there to serve the people. You're not there to serve your fucking government. That's bullshit.
Yep.
What a bullshit line.
Yep.
Countries are there to, governments are there to serve the people, and fucking it seems to be forgotten.
I'm medical, like that Obamacare. That was the most ridiculous thing. Like people had to pay. They don't do it now because Trump did get rid of that part. But you had to pay for insurance, whether you wanted it or not. You paid for it, and that's bullshit. Like a young person, why should a young person, a healthy young person, if he doesn't want to buy health insurance, why make him?
Lefty, I like JFK too, but that statement he made was the biggest bullshit statement. And, it was just, it was so totally wrong, because you're not there to do things for the government. The government should be there to serve you. You're not there to serve the government. We forget that, Even our politicians here forget that.
Yeah, no. They definitely need to serve us more and fucking think about the big picture. Like I said, we're on this planet once. That's how I look at it always. On the planet once. Surely we come up with a better fucking system than we've got. You'd think. If we thought about this for a bit.
Yeah.
See, I believe what the person purchases don't like. If you work, okay, your government, your company is going to insure you.
Mm.
But I'm just for let me decide about my health care. I don't want the state or the country to tell me what my health care is. I just can't see that. I just let me decide my own health care. Like I'm in that position now. I'm in the Philippines. I decide my own health care. I
Well,
don't want,
that's
and
fair
that's
enough.
how I feel. I don't feel like I should depend on the government for my health care. Let me buy my own insurance. Let
See,
me.
I'm just a different opinion where I think
Yeah.
there's some things the government should be responsible for, and I think healthcare, education are two of those things that they should be responsible for because we pay our taxes, and what are they doing with it? They just give themselves bigger pensions, bigger salaries. Fuck, I'd rather see that go back to the people, not to them.
Well, see, well, okay, right there. Like for education, I believe. Okay, the government puts so much money in education. I believe let instead of putting it into the schools and everything, put it into the person's paycheck. Let the person, let me handle it. Put it in my instead of giving it to a school district.
Yeah, the
Put
issue
it
is you
in the
might be able to
worker's
handle it.
paycheck. Like if I want to send my kid to college, I don't think the government should pay for his college. Not hey, let me
Well, they
give me
used,
the money.
Education
If
should
I
be
want,
free.
yeah, I believe that too. I think education should be there for everybody. Um,
yeah, it should be there for everything. But I don't think I
You know,
don't believe a college education be free. I just
hey,
don't believe that.
hey,
we
Joshua.
we need to change the way we think about everything. Really, if we're thinking about you know everything, we just need to change everything. The way we look at everything. You know,
I mean, if you look at different countries, I mean, I guess the US is a great example of look how much money they're willing to spend on military and going to wars. Um,
yeah, let's pick a
no,
war.
Well, if the
no,
United States would say, "Go to hell, Philippines. Go to hell, Europe. Go to hell, Asia. Go to hell, Australia." If we say we're not, if we just get out of other people's businesses, we wouldn't need a military. It's the United States is just the goddamn godfather to the world.
Well, that's what you sure seem to think that.
That's the truth, though. Like, why the hell we in the like, why the hell should we fight other people's wars?
I don't know.
We shouldn't have to do it.
I
But
mean,
if we
hell,
didn't do it, where would the world be, right?
oh,
Somebody
excellent.
has to do it. Somebody has to do it.
nobody
Because if
has
we
to
didn't
fucking
do it,
do
who
it.
the hell do it?
Well, hang on. How many wars? I mean, realistically, America's probably started the most wars with everyone, haven't they? Since World War Two?
Yeah, World
Yeah,
War One, World War Two.
no,
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 no.
but
Yeah,
no, they
Since World
didn't.
War Two, you guys have
They,
started the most wars.
you had the
we haven't
Korean,
started one.
Vietnam. Again, you could
The
argue
United States
Vietnam.
didn't start them. They didn't
Ha-
start Vietnam.
Hang on,
Oh,
Vietnam was the
you didn't have to
French.
go there, though.
The French was in there first.
That's what I'm saying. Why the United States do it? If we didn't do this shit, we would have to spend on the
No, yeah,
military.
but America jumped into Vietnam because they're afraid of communism.
No, John F. Kennedy jumped us in Vietnam.
No, he didn't. John F. Kennedy, JFK wanted to keep you out of Vietnam, which is one of the reasons that
Well,
the
Lyndon
conspiracy is
just his vice president.
because as soon as JFK was assassinated and Lyndon Baines Johnson took
Oh,
over,
no.
they
Going
jumped
away,
straight into Vietnam.
Yeah, he jumped right in. Yeah, it was Johnson who really put us
say we
into
start war. All right.
it.
It's a
Yeah,
fine line.
yeah.
We don't know what's going on in the background. You know?
No,
Grenada, what a fuck up that was.
Lefty,
That was
you,
a fuck
my
up.
God.
That was the biggest fuck up in the world.
That was fucking what's his name?
Let me
The
tell you
cowboy.
about Grenada.
The cowboy.
Let me
Reagan.
yeah, let me tell you about Grenada. I
hang on,
went to Grenada.
Lefty, you're wrong. Because Korea was never finished. All they did was put a fucking line across the country and divided it.
Yeah.
Vietnam, they left without finishing anything and left the South Vietnamese
North.
to take the shit. So
Let's-
they didn't finish it.
Let's sell drugs somewhere so we can buy guns to give to somebody else. What a fucking country.
Yeah.
That's
Let
right,
me
Josh.
tell you. Hey, let me tell you about Grenada. I was in Grenada. It was held up 24 hours for the news people to get in a position. They actually held that war, what they call it a war, 24 hours. They said, don't do nothing. The news ain't there yet.
Have you seen Grenada? It's like this little shitty. It's like a little island in the middle of the fucking nowhere. Fuck
Really?
me. Yeah, we should be able to beat these cunts. We
It
hope.
was well, it was quote unquote humanitarian mission to get our medical students out of there.
That's right,
That
but it
was
was a
what-
load
that
of
was-
bullshit, really.
It was number bullshit.
I mean, look at the
Yeah.
Bay of Pigs and that, you know, and false flags seems to be, something America use a lot now to jump into a war. Yeah, to justify.
You know, I mean, how many rights have you guys lost since 2001? Must be a fuckload, I imagine.
Lost what?
Lost. How many rights have they lost?
Well, yeah, since 9/11, yeah, they did take a lot of freedom
Yeah.
away, and
Yeah.
and the thing is, a lot of it was behind people's backs too. I mean, Snowden came out with all that shit, you know, on what they were really doing with, the taping of phone calls and shit like that.
Actually, I bookmarked a thing there earlier. It gave me a recommendation. Sometimes I bookmark them aside to fucking watch them later, about some guy who they reckon makes a great claim that the Israelis did 9/11.
I've heard that too. And I
Right.
heard that the police arrested 5 Israelis that were dancing on top of a car.
Yep.
And I believe 2 of the 5 were Mossad.
So,
And,
yeah,
and
well,
they were released.
you know about the USS Liberty, don't you? I'm fucking mentioned this before.
Yeah.
That was the Israelis supposedly attacked that in '67, and it was kind of swept under the carpet.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that's what I mean. What do any of us really know about anything? Only what they tell us. Unless we're
Exactly.
there. You know?
I mean, since they come up with these organizations like MI6, Mossad, and CIA, these guys are working behind the scenes, and you just don't know what they're up to. I mean, look at the Oliver North shit.
There's a thing on Netflix called Inside the Mossad. I actually watched it. It was fucking pretty interesting.
I don't like the Israelis at all. I'll be totally honest about that. I think that they need to be held accountable for a lot of shit they're doing, and they're not.
You can't put a country in. You can't just go, all right, we're going to put all these people here and make it, because they supposedly, they wanted it in the fucking desert for 40 years. You got to wonder how much claim they really had to fucking the land of Israel. Fuck me, fucking. But
and their claim on it was based on what was written in the Bible, which is not a factual document.
yeah, but you only got to look at history. I mean, most of history's been based on the Bible and the timeline of the Bible. You know.
The Earth's only 6,000 years old.
That's right. I mean,
Yeah.
well, they claim that the Sphinx is only 4,500. You know, there's no way. That Sphinx thing's probably been there for fucking 10,000 years.
Well, Robert Schoch proved that with his theories, and he's a geologist, so he knows about stone weathering, and he would know whether a stone has been water eroded or wind eroded.
But the official version would still be 2.5 years, 4,500 years. Sorry.
Yeah, Egyptologists don't want to believe it because they're the ones who think. But Egyptologists, to me, they work on guesses. They're not working on
everyone works
facts.
on guesses.
No. A geologist works on facts, science.
Science.
There's a science between, you can tell whether a rock has been water eroded or wind eroded. Now, a geologist knows that, So when you have a geologist like Robert Schoch, who goes out there and says, look, this is water eroded, not wind eroded, and the only time that could be is like 10,000 or 10,000 plus years old, you've got to take that as serious. Yeah, DR, he's very bright. And as far as I'm concerned, Robert Schoch's assessment of the Sphinx is, it's based on a science. Egyptologists are working on, guesses, really. There's no factual evidence behind the Sphinx being 5,000 years old. There's nothing. I mean, in fact, they've already discovered through a tablet that the name that was on it was a guy who actually repaired it. He never built it. He just repaired it.
Oh
And for
no,
a long,
you can look around the world on lots of things, and you'd have to think that there has definitely been a fucking more intelligent civilization before us. That you
oh,
you know, I mean, because I remember watching a doc a few years back where they said that 10,000 years goes past and there'd be no trace of us.
well, that's possible. That's
You know,
very possible. When nature takes over, mate, everything just crumbles around it.
so in that case, if we even go with the whole bollocksy 5.8 billion years or whatever it's been around, could be a damn lot of civilizations that came along.
Yeah, DR, I've heard that it was a lion's head, but
Lion, maybe
be-
Anubis,
because it was something happened to it, so they recarved it into
Guardian.
the face of a man. I've heard that one before, and that's very true because everything they do to scale. But when you look at the scale of the Sphinx, the head now is too small for the body.
Love
So,
to.
so that's a very good observation that it originally was a lion's head, but recarved into a pharaoh's head. I've also seen an American who works in forensic scientists in forensic reconstruction, and he said that the face on the Sphinx was actually the face of a black man, not a white man.
Sure, Josh. Hey, can't trust these cunts at all.
Yeah, I agree, Joshua. That does happen. That's definitely, and they're trying to do it in America right now with the removing of statues of Southern war heroes and getting rid of the Confederate flag. And I mean, the flag's not a big deal, but when you got statues to soldiers who fought in the Civil War, to me that's disrespectful because all of them were American.
Was it the Perry Reese map? That's a pretty interesting map. That shows Antarctica and fucking the mountains in Peru, I think, or in South America. Things that we just can't explain. It's fucking cool,
Well, at one stage, with the way the world is and the movement of the Earth, the Antarctica may have been a thriving civilization on there at one stage. Yeah, well, the fire in Alexandria was the biggest disaster because we lost so many records there, and maybe we would have a better idea of our past.
What about that Roman soldier that fucking killed Archimedes?
Yeah, that's another.
I'll tell them to come over, your shower is on. I'm filling the water tank. And when it overflows, you can take your damn shower. Come on. My water tank's empty. The water's filling up now.
Okay.
Come over and get your shower, Thunder.
Jesus, thanks, mate.
No problem. The overflow and make the clue right off.
Oh, wow, almost fucking 4 hours. I'm starting to wake up. Fucking hell. Been a fucking rough day today.
Yeah.
And, well, fucking Tesla, imagine if we'd all got free electricity from Tesla. If he'd fucking been able to tackle that. What a fucking world we live in now. Eh? If everyone's got the power to just fucking, do whatever they fucking need to. There's some interesting shit out there, that's for sure. I'll fucking, some of the things, like how many, I watched something the other day about, again, I've seen it a few times, the old dude that drives his car with fucking hydrogen and water and petrol mix or some fucking thing. Pretty impressive. How come we haven't got cars driving around with water and petrol instead of just petrol or nothing? You know what I mean? All those engines. What was it? Didn't we have an engine here a few years back?
The orbital.
Something like that. Wasn't it a fucking? Was it a rotary?
The orbital engine, yeah.
Orbital, yeah.
Well, there's place to have it where they get the fuel from corn, but they won't do it because.
No, we don't need corn. Just go hemp. Hemp can power the whole world, and make some interesting shit as well.
Yeah,
probably go to space in hemp. Imagine that, going to space in hemp fucking spaceships.
Well, they talked about it the other day when Henry Ford made a Model T out of hemp, and you could hit it with a sledgehammer, mate, and the sledgehammer just bounced off of it.
Yes, Henry Ford, what a wonderful character he was.
Well, he was anti-Semitic.
Oh, very much.
Maybe he knew something we didn't.
Oh, nah, look, there's good and bad in every race. You can't fucking...
Oh
you
no,
just can't, you know what I mean?
but if you've seen some of the
The
interviews, I've seen.
Zionists. It's the Zionists. It's not
Hang
fucking...
on, no, hang on. I've seen a reporter run around the general population in Israel, Tel Aviv, and their attitude towards the people around them is fucking disgusting. Nothing less than disgusting.
big man money. Not everything's about big man money.
You know, as far as they're concerned, that everyone around them should be obliterated, and the whole place should be theirs.
Yeah, no, look. Yeah, no, I try not to fucking, you know, I don't know. They just, look, yeah, no, they have that attitude. I mean, if you ever watched even a couple of those, like, you know, reality shows, there was a reality show, Don't Marry, about their Jewish women and their they don't want to marry anyone that's not Jewish. I mean, they're kind of racist in themselves. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's fucking, me, I don't care what fucking colour you are, what you fucking look like, anything. I just, you know, hope you can think, and we should get along pretty well. If you can think, especially if you can think, if you can see my perspective, because I can usually see yours. I may not agree with it, but I can always see it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'm getting hungry, man. What am I going to eat?
Oh, fucking, oh, you guys come over here, I've got stew, although I have to get that freezer. It's all very meaty. It's a lot meatier than it was last time. I think you'd really enjoy it. Excuse me, was I just like I said, I basically just cook it meaty these days, and maybe throw a little, maybe a smattering of vegetables in, but then I just fucking cook sides, you know, like mashes, and because you know you can always add to mash, always add the beautiful butter to mash. Always make. Hey, it's a great way to fucking start. It is. It's so mellow, the way it fucking eases in, rather than, you know, that harshness of other ways of consumption.
Well, I've got three choices I'm thinking of at the moment. It's either Burger King, which is like, or I go up and get a Subway, or I go get some Chinese.
Or come for stew, but that's all I said. You have to let me know.
Yeah, that's right, DR. Be careful with Andy's mash. I'll be driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, no, I guess I'd have to fucking... I should... well, yeah, there's no room on the couch for you, really, between me and the dog. Sorry. Although you could see my bed, the one I haven't slept in for 6 years myself.
Yeah, that's crazy, buying yourself a new bed and then not using it.
Yeah, when you live by yourself.
But I am getting hungry.
Well, man, nah, fucking... I'm not. I had that fucking stew. Oh, see, that's one of those things I've been doing these days, being since diabetic, see? You know what I mean? That's what... See, for my biggest issue, that's the funny thing about my diabetes even, is that my eating habits were shit. You know, absolute shit. But now I make sure I always make sure I've got a stew made, even if it's just in the freezer, you know, to fucking make sure I eat something every day rather than nothing, which is a fucking bad habit of mine, to just drink coffee and smoke cigarettes. You know, so I always try to change. Look, see, I'm not the person that you even knew fucking, you know, once upon a time, Mark. I'm kind of changed my fucking attitudes and fucking everything's constant of evolution or enlightenment or whatever you want to fucking say, whatever word you want to use to describe it, you know.
Well, right now I'm thinking about special fried rice, hockey noodles with beef, and
that
some
sounds nice.
And satay.
I like those noodles, hockey noodles. They make them nice. I couldn't tell you the last time I had Chinese.
Oh, I eat a bit of it now.
There was a good one There was a good one down at that fucking at Nelson Road, and I've been at it since then. I used to go there religiously.
Oh, Joshua, well done, man. Congrats.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. Congratulations. Yes. Drug addict mother. Depends what drug she's on. But you know her better than the fucking rest of us, I imagine. Yeah, no. I don't know what it's like to be a father.
I love being a dad.
I know it looks like it'd be fun. Like I said, same old thing, upside, downside. You know.
Well, yeah.
See, my
there's only-
parents threatened me with having a child like me. So that's probably why I fucking never worried about it.
everyone in my family used to say that.
You know. Oh.
But I was lucky with Luke. He was a pretty good kid.
Yeah, no, like I actually Facebook friended him the other day. Again.
Oh, good luck with that.
No, he replied. He's already replied.
All right.
Fucking you know. I mean, hell, the only people I got on my fucking list of people that I fucking know. Although there is one dude on there, I'm fucked if I know how he got on there. I don't know who the fuck he is. But he seems like a nice enough character. He actually talks to me more than most of my fucking Facebook friends.
You have to watch out too, because I've heard through Facebook they can send a link to you through Facebook and hack you.
Hack me.
Hmm.
I know people got too much fucking time. Why would you give a fuck? I mean, that's what like one of those things I hear. I mean, they're constantly. My virus protector is always telling me that I should upgrade to them because I need to do. People can see me online and blah 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 blah. But this computer's basically got nothing. My old man banks online. Me, fuck that. I ain't banking. I'm doing nothing like that online. Fucking forget that shit. So I mean, hell, you'd find out nothing about me anyhow. Even if you hack my computer or nothing, you'd find nothing. I'm more likely to tell you more about me.
Yeah, Gunner, I'm the same. Although at the moment I'm having real issues with him. I don't know what's got into him. He's been a real fucking dick at the moment. I'm surprised. Some of the. You know what he said? Told someone the other day. He said, "Oh, my dad has never worked the whole time he's been married to my mother."
Well, that's because she told him that.
Yeah, but how could I mean, what? He wasn't there when I was fucking teaching people how to drive, or?
Well, he probably wasn't. He was at school. Unless you see something.
Yeah, but he would have seen it every fucking weekend when I was going out.
Yeah, no.
I was working all weekends.
But did he actually see you do it?
Of course he did, mate.
No, he seen you drive and leave. Where's he ever in the car with you?
No, you don't have other people in the car.
I know, but some people fucking, that's what I'm saying. I'm just being devil's advocate. I'm good at that. It's one thing. I always choose if there's more than two people agree on one thing. I usually fucking can see the other point of view.
Well, I mean, I know it's part.
Because he's 18. He's probably just fucking
18. He's 21, Andy.
All right, there you go. You know what I mean? I didn't know exact age. I couldn't remember when he was born. Fucking 21. Fucking hell. What would it like to be 21 again? You were at my 21st birthday, weren't you? Remember you?
Yeah.
The old man gave me the key the other day. He was cleaning up. He said, "Yeah, you want your key? I'm going to throw it away." Hey, what kind of fucking crap is that?
Mm.
So I had it. Of course, I don't know where it is at the moment. But yeah, you were there. Fucking Placey was there. Fucking hell. That cunt never talks to me. Fucking keep saying catch up. He just goes, I don't know, he makes excuses all the time.
Yeah, Linda, I don't understand it. I mean, fucking everything he had in his bedroom, mate. Computers, laptops, fucking home theater, TVs. I don't know where he fucking thought he got all that shit from.
Mm.
And Andy will tell you he was spoiled.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hey, hey, can you adopt me? I'll be your kid. Hey? I'm looking for a place. I was thinking about the place. Like I said, I'm thinking about playing that Red Dead Redemption. I reckon that looks like a fucking, what do I say? I'm just a fucking, a cowboy at heart. No, not really. A bushranger? I don't know. A stoner? Probably a stoner, yeah. I was drunk and stoned and shagging every chick I could in university. Yeah, no, I get that. University would have been fun, But we didn't fucking get. I fucking didn't even finish high school. Let alone fucking. But I hated fucking. I just was a party. Rat bag. Always been a rat bag.
Well, what is it? 5:53. I might close up for a while, guys, and come back in half an hour or so because I'm fucking starving. I need something to eat. Unfortunately.
I might actually fucking give this fucking thing a go if I don't need a fucking encoder, what a fucking thing. It's pretty simple from here, is it? Can I ring you up and you can just like walk me through it or something?
Well, you have to do it later, mate, because I'm fucking off. I'm going out.
All right. Well, I'll fucking work it out for myself then.
Because
I can babble endlessly about nothing.
Nah, not Subway. I think I'm going to go get some Chinese.
All the plants are going to die.
Okay. I'm not sure where that one come from, DR.
All the plants.
I'm starving, man. I've got to eat something.
Fucking. If I wake up early enough tomorrow, I might fucking come over. That might be a fucking. I'll get there this week. You know me. I hate to make fucking plans and say this is how I'll be.
Hang on, you made the plans.
Well, I said I'd probably get here today, but
no, you didn't say probably. You said I'll see you on Monday.
Well, I probably could still see you on Monday, I guess. But I couldn't fucked.
Yeah, which Monday?
Monday, yeah. Reckon, I'm fucking. But I will try my hardest. I actually thought about that because it's like I hate making plans, man, because you never know.
You don't do nothing all day. You can make plans.
I know, but I'll fucking look. No, I don't. I'm not going to promise anything, but I'll try my fuck. Look, I will definitely get there sometime this week.
No worries. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off for maybe half an hour or so, and I want to go up and get myself some something to eat, and then I might jump back on again. And if Andy's around, I'm sure he'll jump back on.
Well, I'm going to give this thing rather than wait for that, I'm going to give it a go. I had a look at it before, but I don't need an encoder. It should be simple, shouldn't it? I said at the worst, I'll be here talking to myself. And, well, like I said, it'll be fun to watch it later, listen to it later, see what kind of bullshit I actually say.
No, I never watch them back.
I am a weird person. I just enjoy shit. All kinds of shit.
But once you do, you're going to have to wait 24 hours anyway.
What do you mean?
Oh, when you first sign up to do it, they make you wait 24 hours.
Yeah, no, I've done that already. I've waited 24 hours already.
Okay.
I'm ready to rock and roll. Working, well, so to speak.
That's the problem, Gunner. He does answer himself.
I have conversations with myself. In silly voices even. You got no idea. I am.
He's not kidding, Gunner.
If there was a camera in here and they were watching me, they'd go, "This cunt needs to be locked the fuck up or something," because he's just having too much fucking fun.
Anyway, I'll be back in half an hour, guys. I'm gonna go get myself something to eat, and then I'll start another one.
Should be awake by then completely. We hope. It's only been. I don't know. It's crazy how I've slowly felt better. I mean, I know realistically I could have had a shower. That would have waked me up straight away. But, then I'd have to turn the hot... Well, I could have had a cold shower, I guess. Or a bucket. I should have just done the bucket. Fucking hell. That would have been easy, wouldn't it? Pour a bucket over my head to wake me up.
All right, guys. I'll see you in about half hour or something like that.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, guys. Yeah. Thanks. Catches.
Bye-bye.